What's up, everyone, and welcome to the Anime Izakaya Podcast, week 7 of the fall 2019 season. On this show, we'll be discussing the current season of anime airing every week. I'm your host, David, and joining me on this panel today, we have Stren.
Hi.
Next up, we have Brian.
Hello.
And next up, we have Ku.
Howdy.
And then next up, we have Taylor.
Yo.
And finally, we have Sasha.
Hello.
All right, so this week, not much happened in news, so I guess we're just gonna go straight right ahead to My Hero Academia. So this episode follows up from last week. We were saying it was gonna be really tense, and this meeting pretty much was. Like, the music got like pretty heavy, and everyone was just like feeling down. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think the kids just realized that people actually die in this world, and that was too much for them to take in, apparently.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Well, a lot of the episode, it just kind of it went over the stuff that we already kind of knew, just in more detail this time. Just to let everybody else know, and then kind of just like we now know what the blood is. Ku, you called it. It is from her, but it made it sound different than I guess it wasn't like
right now. It's still a hypothesis. It's not really confirmed yet.
Oh, I suppose. Yeah. But I mean, yeah.
But that's what they're thinking.
I didn't actually think it was her blood. I thought because they said it was like her quirk. I thought she could like make it like squirt out like from her hands or whatever. But I didn't realize. Yeah, I didn't think they should actually be using her blood. But it kind of makes sense with Chisaki's powers.
Dave, you got that in mind?
Yeah. So basically, they explain how Chisaki's powers actually worked, and they're saying that because apparently it might be his actual daughter, right? And
I don't think it's his actual daughter. I think
no, but people are like the guys in the meetings. They're assuming it's his daughter.
Yeah,
because that's what he mentioned to Midoriya when they first met. And then they're like, oh, well, if this guy can disassemble things, then maybe his daughter can do something about like disassembly genes. And they just put two and two together. Oh, maybe her blood, like they're using her blood to put in these bullets to destroy people's like quirk genes. And that's kind of what they're thinking of right now.
So I don't really get that sense that's what they're thinking of in the meeting. And like,
that's what they said.
The part that I was kind of like when they made it sound like how he could reassemble stuff as well, right?
I think so. Yeah, he can disassemble and reassemble. I believe.
Like how they made it, well, at least in the subtitles, I have no idea if it was maybe just like lost in translation. But they made it sound like they were like it was like her I don't know if they were taking her body parts or parts of her body and basically just like turning it into that, and then he was just like putting body parts. I don't know. It just sounded like really weird.
That's what I was sort of getting out of it too. It's like he was disassembling like parts of her body and then reassembling into like the bullet.
Yeah, okay. You think reassembling? Well, no, I thought it was like also like I don't know if he can just like reassemble like the body as well.
I thought he was just taking a part of her flesh out and just like using that as the bullet. And then that's what they meant by, or like he's taking like blood samples or something from her.
Yeah. I think it's more than blood, but
okay. But that's why I was thinking it was like he was taking actual like flesh from her and like, using that to make the bullet.
Sasha, you say something?
No, I was just saying I think it's more to do with probably like genes and blood because that's his specialty rather than assembling the actual bullet itself. Yeah. However, could be wrong. But I can tell you this. I did have to watch the scene in English because as I watched it in Spanish, I had no idea what they were saying. I was like, oh, yes. I could just tell by the emotions it was intense, but I'm like, I didn't know the Spanish word for bullet. So I was like, what's a bala? Yes.
So did you watch it twice then?
Yeah, I watched that scene because like pretty much everything outside of that scene I understood, but that was 80% of the episode, so
oh yeah,
no bueno.
Yeah.
I do want to say some of the artwork when they were talking about Chisaki and his quote unquote daughter remind me of Death Note. Like a lot of the Death Note artwork has that similar style, especially when they did the one about like where he's standing behind her and he's in purple and then there are feathers falling. So I thought that was a nice touch. I'm like, oh, very Death Note of you. And then they had the dramatic music too, where it sounded like what's Katsuki's theme from Naruto.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it was called, but that theme was awesome.
Yeah, I don't know either, but yeah, it was a good scene overall. I get the feeling though, I'm not liking what's his name? Is it Night Eye?
Yeah.
He's kind of like that next door lesbian that judges you for everything you do and is too afraid to do it himself.
Fuck, dude.
Bro, I'm just saying, like that haircut, it's straight up like lesbian. Like he sits behind his desk and he's like, "Oh yeah, Midoriya has the same craziness that I won't ever understand. It's called having a pair of balls. Like they get out there and they do what they're supposed to." So I don't know. I'm really not liking his character anymore. I hope he dies from Chisaki's disassemblement.
Jesus.
In a nice way, though. Like,
Oh,
you
yes.
know, hey,
Of course.
you had your time.
What part is that in a
Keep it
nice
clean.
way? Please explain.
Well, you could die a much more gruesome death if you think about it. Like, what if
like
there was a
Chisaki's
guy?
powers.
Well, no, Chisaki. Like, I imagine you die within like a split second because you don't have a time like to feel anything. However, what if there's a villain named like Toothpasto, and what he did was he literally squeezed the blood out of your body and he squeezed your legs like a roll of toothpaste.
Oh.
So yeah, see, like that would be way more excruciating.
Did this just come to you on the spot, or
It
where
did
did you get
because
that idea from?
I don't know. I was picturing a gruesome death, and I thought nothing would be worse than getting squeezed out like a roll of toothpaste.
Oh god. I mean, I could think of way worse ways of dying, but man, that's kind of nuts, sir.
That definitely seems like the nice Shonen Jump way to go.
Yep.
Die by
That's what I'm
toothpaste,
saying.
man.
Yep. But
Hey,
I mean,
it's
even by showing
toothpaste,
jump
so,
standards,
okay.
like a lot of just the death's been pretty brutal so far.
Yeah, this season definitely has a darker tone, which I appreciate from the previous seasons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're getting much further into the show too, and like a lot of the lighthearted stuff is it's slowly just going away. Okay.
Except
I was
for
gonna...
Kirishima.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. Sasha, your thoughts?
Ah, yes.
On that last
All right.
episode.
I will admit, he came off pretty pretty badass in that last episode. I will have to admit to being wrong there. However, here's the deal: I'm holding out on him only because he took out some random guy with a gun. I want to see. Do they actually use
blades?
Some
A
random drugged up guy, though.
Blades.
Listen.
Mhm.
I've given him as much credit as I can. Okay. He's basically
Making a
a
turning
grown-up
point.
lobster. That's all I got. Right? But the art style and the animation was fantastic for that episode. So it did make you feel like, damn, this guy's going somewhere.
Dude,
But
the guy
I want to
was-
see if he's used against a legitimate opponent. That's all I'm asking.
I just don't want him
That's
compared to Rock Lee. That's the only thing I have against.
Oh yeah, no. He's still. I guarantee you. So Rock Lee, when he had that surgery, and they're like, you got a 50% chance to die or live, and Rock Lee was like, I'll take it. I guarantee you, Kirishima would have been like, bro, I'm not taking that surgery. I'm just gonna spend the rest of my life
wheelchair.
in a wheelchair, like a rolled up piece of toothpaste. So,
Dude, would you go out and fight that guy if you knew it's like, hey, if this guy's really dangerous, this guy could just basically turn you into a tube of toothpaste?
nah, man, who would have
What would you
that
do?
guy who could eat whatever it is, sushi and grow octopus tentacles? He would have been dead if that was me in that real thing.
Oh god.
I had a quick question to ask you guys. Like, you know, like how Night High, like they were talking that scene where he was just like, when I think I forgot who brought it up in the group, but he was asking, he's like, why don't you just use it like on all of us to, I don't know,
Yeah.
if
It was
it's your death
Eraserhead.
for the future. But Eraserhead, okay. Right, but then he says like, oh, I can only do it for like, you know, like in the next like within 24 hours or something like that. Like, but how did he do All Might? Because you know,
I think-
'cause All Might he was able to see like years into the future.
I think he was exaggerating, or I don't know. Like, yeah, that was really weird the way they said it. I think
No, I think what he was trying to say was he could only use it on one person once per hour, and then he's saying
For a
that
period
it
of
was-
24 hours, right?
Yeah, but I think he can actually go further. But he's saying it's so vague, and since they don't really know what they're looking for, he's basically like doing a flashback of every person at every moment. So if
Okay.
you were to do like everyone, it would just take too long.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
Okay.
But
I
yeah,
don't know
he's, like his quirk sounds worse and worse the more they explain it. Like
Yeah.
when you
he's
first saw it, you
kinda
thought it was
useless.
OP, but
Yeah.
he's fairly useless. And then apparently he's so
Social justice
traumatized by
warrior.
All Might's future that he just gave up on trying to use it.
Yep. I agree
See,
with
told
Sasha's
you.
thoughts on this character. Yeah, like he first seemed like really cool, even though he had like a weird, you know, laughing fetish.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'll let that slide, and then all of a sudden it's just like, dude, you're just a guy just talks in the background.
Yeah, he doesn't have like for a hero. I get it. He's logical. He has to be careful. He's like the cool-sided version compared to All Might's hot-headed impulsiveness. But good golly, bro. Like, what have you actually done? I hopefully... This guy, man, I swear, he's like, oh, it's not their fault. I'll take all the blame. Yeah, you will, because you don't do anything. So I'm really disappointed in Night Eye, honestly. I hope he goes night-night.
Well, I mean, I think I'm really done there.
I forgot what the preview was for the next episode, but I assume that like
preview was called Go, but it seemed like they were about to like I don't know if they were executing the plan to recover the girl, or if they like know where she is, because they didn't. Because at the end of the episode, they made it sound like she didn't know where she was, or they didn't know where she was.
It sounded like they needed a secondary follow-up meeting to come up with a plan of attack.
Yeah.
They pretty much just connected the dots for everybody, but didn't actually plan anything else.
So this might be part 2 then.
So I think what they're gonna do, at least from what I got from it, is they're gonna do like a sort of stakeout. Since is that what that's called?
Oh yeah, that's I remember that from the preview. Yeah, they're doing a stakeout because they're following the guy who's taking care of Eri.
Yeah, since they have like multiple like bases, and they invited people from these certain areas because they knew the area. So I'm pretty sure the next episode is gonna be like groups splitting up for like stakeouts and stuff.
Okay, yeah, that's okay. Now I remember the previews. Yeah, it was the stakeout. Okay.
We also got to see Pit Boy get either pissed or something else besides just a smile on his face.
It's his creepy smile.
Yeah,
the sweat bead going down his cheek. That's where I knew I was fucked watching this episode because I had no idea what he was reacting to. I was like, it's English subtitle time.
Something about a ball, but he's sad.
Yeah, I was like, oh, what could they be talking about? Why are they purple? Yeah, we'll see. My expectation is they have to like what am I looking for here? They have to up the ante and make it more dramatic. So I think with the stakeout, something's gonna not go their way, obviously. Yeah. But I think there's gonna be a higher cost than we suspect because Chisaki so far he's a pretty serious villain, way more than hand scratchy face guy. So it feels like anytime you run into him, there are severe consequences.
Yeah,
especially if you're one of his workers.
I wonder how long like a lot of this is gonna go for, because like I feel like the whole fight with Chisaki is gonna take out the entire like 2 seasons. So I wonder how long it's gonna take just to catch up with him and then finally fight him.
I think it's gonna be fairly short.
Really? Dude, I thought this guy's supposed to be like a pretty big arc from what I heard. Like I thought people were saying that this is a pretty big.
People say it's like one of the best arcs in the manga, or is a really good arc at least.
Yeah, so I'm sure with like with Bones, they're probably just gonna take their time and make sure to not screw it up.
I mean, I'm just wondering about the original manga, like what happened in the arc, like how much of this is gonna be just about Chisaki and like how are they gonna keep like Sasha says, upping the ante every time.
Yeah, at the end of the arc, I mean, I might go like to the manga maybe and just like read the manga, but until this anime is done, I'm not gonna go back and check anything out yet. Until like this arc is done, at least in the anime.
I feel like it won't be that long, honestly. I feel like they're gonna find them, they're gonna fight, and then they're gonna either capture or kill Chisaki, but then All Might's gonna die in the process. And then the decay guy, the one with the hands, he's gonna take over.
Oh, so you think there's something like Chisaki's gonna be like part 1, and then like part 2 is gonna be like Tomura?
Yeah, he's like, oh, I know what your plan is now. I know how to do everything. Like I know.
Interesting.
I'm gonna take over your group and finally form the League of Villains my way, right?
I can see
it. Actually be pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what's going to happen, but I definitely think that would be a little bit more rewarding. Just in terms of he's been a long-term villain and he has a little bit more connections to everybody.
It could be. I was also thinking with like Chisaki, it could be one of those things where he's like mortally wounded or something, and basically goes to Tomura, "Help me!" and he just grabs him and just just dissolves him. One of those things. And then he just takes over.
I guess I was just a little biased because I just assumed that everyone was saying that this arc in the manga is really good, so I assumed like it was gonna be Chisaki the whole time.
They said Sora was good too. And,
they did say that. You're right.
Yeah,
we'll get to that later.
I have a little more faith in Hero Academia though. But...
Oh yeah, yes, definitely.
Yeah, I could see Chisaki actually surviving longer than that. I could foresee him causing a lot of problems because like I said, so far nothing's been easy about him. He's got a little girl randomly taking blood from her. So I think this is going to be a pretty major and complicated arc in terms of it's not going to be that easy for the heroes. Like Stain was pretty simple for them. This guy,
that was a fast arc too. With
Stain was only like 3 or 4 episodes. Where I think Chisaki is gonna be like the whole like 26 episodes.
Oof.
Yeah, but I think he's not going down without a fight. Like I expect some type of a body count or major impact, and that could be All Might, but it could be someone we don't know, like a Kirishima. Well, not saying anything.
No, Lee.
Too hard for that, man.
Too hard for that?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I think Chisaki will soften him up.
I think Kirishima is a little bit too much of a side character to really have that much of an impact.
That's what you think.
Yeah.
I've been wrong on that account, so
Hey man, who knows? You got it out there.
We'll see, man. I just love this character though. I love the fact that he wears this feather boa and has this, what do you call it, David, the plague doctor mask.
Plague doctor mask.
I don't know. You know what I hate? I hate villains who talk too much, or who are always like, yes, my plan is to do this, and they have the good guy right in front of them, and they literally just spill their guts out. And then the good guy thinks of a plan.
He is appropriately insidious.
Exactly. Like Chisaki is a man of the hour. Like he just comes in, does his business, and he's like, I'm out. And he hates germs, so I'm cool with him.
Yeah.
Seems fair.
Everyone's sick with the hero syndrome.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, it gets old. They all have these like weird personalities. Like Bakugo is your typical, I don't want to be part of the group, I'm Bakugo. And then you have the happy-go-lucky crew. And you got fucking Lizard Girl or Frog Girl. Man, she's the worst. You don't fit in at all. Get out of here.
What?
Froppy.
One of the best
dude
characters out there.
What about the guy with the lion tail?
Oh yeah, he's dead, man. You saw it? They showed him in that little infographic. Listen, man, my problem with Froppy is when you sound like a Starbucks menu item, you don't deserve to be a hero.
Whoa.
Okay, but now Sasha's throwing it down, so a couple episodes down, she'll have a whole monologue all to herself.
Yeah, this is the flag where she's gonna have a big like arc and be badass.
No, she already did. I feel like when she was doing her side study or her understudy.
Oh, with the seal guy.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, seal guy. That guy's on fire. Sulky or whatever his name was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, that guy, he is underrated. They need to bring him back.
Yeah. But
he's only good. He's like Aquaman. He's only good when there's like water, honestly. So he's probably not going to be involved here.
He's pretty strong outside the water, dude.
Yeah, go swimming. Take him on. See what happens.
Bro, they need to get him against Chisaki, man. He wins every time.
Yeah, but what I was gonna say though, like if there was an equivalent to 10-10 in this anime, it's that lion tail guy.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah,
lion tail guy
just
seems
somewhat
like
useful, dude.
No.
With what?
I mean, in one of the episodes, she brought out the ocean or some shit.
Wait, what is his quirk? Is it just a lion tail? Isn't that like technically a deformity?
Bro, are you talking about the guy with like all the limbs, like the one who can talk?
No.
That guy,
like the karate-looking guy,
sexual freak.
Weird.
I don't even think I remember.
Yeah, you know, he has those ears up to those walls.
Oh god,
we know what he's up to. He's staring at that little boy with the balls on his head. He's like, "Oh yes."
The lion guy. I don't know what he is. Like the only scenes they ever show of this guy, he comes in, slaps somebody with his tail, and then they move on.
Dude, I'm telling you, he was born with a deformity, and his parents were too embarrassed to tell him, "Yo, man, you're not special."
So the definition of his quirk is just tail. A strong yet sturdy part of his body, which he can combine with martial arts and combat. That's literally his only quirk.
Yeah, that is Tenten. Tenten had a scroll that shot out random like planting tools. She would be perfect for like a Menards commercial, but
oh god.
But I was gonna say, if his was a deformity, I mean, what's up with that? What the hell was that guy? Was he an ant? He was the guy that was like giving the.
Centipede.
The centipede.
The centipede guy. I mean,
oh my god!
What kind of quirk would that be? I mean, what would you feel like? You wake up and you just. Go ahead.
That's the guy that is like, I want to get out in the field and do some work and save some lives. And they're like, yeah, you're a pretty big liability, man. You just give us presentations. He's like, I can do PowerPoint. Centipede.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, dude, that's like, me and Taylor were like, that's got to be the worst quirk ever. It's got to be worse than that vinegar guy.
Oh, okay, now you're getting out there, dude.
Well, yeah, that's kind of far out there.
The vinegar one's pretty friggin' bad.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying like I'm saying like that's probably worse. I think.
As far as we know of, yes.
Yeah. But I mean,
good old Centipede, man.
Yeah. I would love to have that guy's quirk.
Oh god.
Just talk PowerPoint, and it's like, yeah, just do your job.
I'm here to give a presentation. He's that guy that nobody likes. He's like the HR guy.
Toby. God, no, please.
It's just like, what's your quirk, sir? It's like, I'm just a centipede. It's like, what do you do? I do PowerPoint.
I could also do Google Slides.
Yeah, apparently they couldn't find anybody else to do that. I don't even know how he would make it in like here, like the what's UA. It's just like what? Because all those people that they had to go through. Did they have no? There's different. Never mind.
There's all different schools. This UA is a prestigious school.
Yeah, you went to that technical college.
Dude, that's fucked up. We just lost half of our fans because of you.
Yeah. You're not allowed to talk anymore, Seren.
I'm in technical college.
About that.
Yeah. Does anyone have anything else for this episode?
Yeah, I probably should stop.
Yeah.
Let's move on. They give a custom chair to Fat Gum because that man's pretty big.
I mean, he's pretty elastic.
I don't know.
Okay. So I'm sure he'll fit if he sits down.
You know how like that like the thing like was it basically like destroys the quirk? Like what happens when he like does he just implode? You know? Like, let's say if he got shot with the thing, what would happen?
I think he just stays fat. He just has the ability to absorb.
If the centipede got shot, what happens to the centipede?
He just dies.
No more PowerPoint, I guess.
Does he basically just start like looking human? He's like, oh my god, I'm hideous.
Like finally, I can stop doing these fucking PowerPoints.
That like like that was him, and he basically just goes in like just a major depression. He just starts drinking himself. You see him at the bars.
Oh, poor Centipede. But I think Fat Gum or whatever his name is probably gets a heart attack because his body has to be super to contain that amount of fat and still live. Yeah, to me, his quirk seems more like he's just yelling at meetings. Like every time someone said something, he'd be like, "Hey guys, don't blame them." And I'm like, dude, you could have just said that nice and calmly. Like, why are you getting out of your seat? Isn't that more work for you, fat ass?
Wasn't he legit in the seat right next to the guy?
Dude,
or maybe one or two down?
I think so, yeah.
He's making a point.
I guess so, yes.
Literally.
Yeah. I mean, we all know if you want to sound important, you got to be loud, right? So maybe that's
true.
What he was trying to accomplish.
That's what I like about Racerhead. He just looks like your typical drug addict who hasn't had any sleep. And when he says something, everyone listens. Like, let's thought of it that way.
Yeah. Well, they take him serious.
Yeah, I want to regain his trust.
I forgot what betrayed his trust. I actually forgot what happened with that.
Like a second flashback, but
no, I think it was mentioning when Bakugo got kidnapped, and then Midoriya and the others went on a undercover thing to go rescue him.
Yeah, that's right.
Even though it worked and they were not injured.
Right, but they weren't following protocol, and they were still just students. They could have gotten seriously injured.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Night Eye and Centipede would have had a lot to say there.
Oh yeah, I bet Centipede has some documents on that stuff.
He's putting them in his presentation now.
Yeah, give him 5 minutes, he'll make a PowerPoint.
And Centipede, hey, come on, guys.
God, he's a horrible people. He's just trying to be a hero. All right.
Yeah. Anyway, we're just giving shit about these guys, so I don't know if anybody has any more in the episode or the future.
I mean, there's really not much going on. I believe it's just basically setting up for the next couple episodes.
Yeah. Next episode should be pretty awesome.
True that.
All right, so we're just gonna head over to the next section. Talk about One Piece. It's too bad we don't have Peter here this week.
Partner in crime is
we have to call him out again. Goddamn Peter.
Gosh, you're worse than Kirishima, Peter. I hope you get that.
Whoa!
Just because Peter hates her own cites Luffy.
Whoa!
Well,
Yeah,
you would
you're
have
right.
hated this episode because it was a lot of setting up what's going to happen for the rest of the arc. They revealed their major plan. So this episode it was all right. If you like One Piece humor, I'm sure you enjoyed it. There's a lot of fan service with Nami's breasts being displayed in various outfits. So if you like that stuff, great.
Perfect for Stren.
Yes, he had a nosebleed watching it. So
loved it.
It was an all right episode, but basically they've set everything up in action. It was not technically filler, but it felt like one of those episodes where you're like, all right, could we just get to something? But I understand its purpose. So nothing exciting this week. Just your run-of-the-mill shonen segue into the beginning of the arc, which is probably going to take another 45 episodes. But the animation quality was up to par, so I cannot complain too much.
So animation is still like is it still sticking with the format it's been with like I'm not sure how long this arc's been.
Yeah, so since this I can't tell you honestly, I've forgotten, but
gotcha.
It's still the same standard, which like I said is really nice. It's just it was a lot of talking and planning, which is what they do in like every One Piece arc because there are so many mini bosses along the way and so many things that are going to go wrong, and so they preface it with this. Oh, we're going to go on this big journey, and here's the plan. Okay, let's do that. And then it's like 60 episodes later, they finally get to that plan. So,
oh man, yeah, I do remember that.
Yep. But it's their formula. It's worked so far. They're going to rinse and repeat it, and they got some new costumes today, so I'm happy. However, I must say this. I forgot about this part. There was one hilarious part where they introduced a female ninja, and Sanji and Chopper were like, "Oh hell yeah, we're about to see this female ninja." And she comes out, she's like sagging boobs and a fat ass, and she's short and chubby. It looks like an old lady. So that was actually pretty funny because she's just like, "Hello, yes, I have my ninjutsu is the power of seduction." Ooh. So
on a rating system of out of 10 thoughts.
On her physical appearance or in the episode itself?
Both.
Physical appearance 3. Because if I was lonely in a barrel, I don't know where would you find this person? I would have to try some things out. As far as the episode itself, probably 5 out of 10. It's nice. Decent. Put it on as background, but nothing too crazy.
But what was her name again? I need this for research purposes.
Research.
I completely forgot. So just look up One Piece episode 911. Shinobi lady. Yeah, no problem.
Trey needs to do some research on his own in his room. We're expecting a report back later, Trent.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
He comes back panting. Hey guys.
I cannot confirm or deny this statement.
But, was there anything else in One Piece you want to talk about?
Not really, to be honest. It just wasn't an exciting week, so there's not much to cover. I can't sit up here and pretend like, oh yeah, this is so great. So it was, like I said, just a segue episode.
So next week should be better?
I don't watch the previews, guys. I'm not going to lie. So I have no idea. Let's just go with yes.
Sounds good.
Wait, is this still like canon, or are they going? Is it filler or what?
No, it's canon. It's just they're explaining what's going to happen in the plot line. So
okay.
Yep.
All right, so we'll leave it there. Hopefully, Peter comes back next week. We'll get
Peter,
exciting One Piece.
I challenge you to come back next week, or else. Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing.
We're gonna talk shit about your boy Luffy.
That's right. Hopefully, Luffy gets his clothes at the toilet store.
Good one.
Yeah.
All right, so we're head over to.
Could you?
We're head over to Vinland Saga. This episode we basically finished the fight between Thorkill and Thorfinn, even though kind of was like I don't know. I kind of like how they kind of cheated and just like blinded his eyes for Thorfinn just to gouge out. Like I don't know.
True,
it didn't feel good.
If you don't do that, this man's legit gonna get pounded into the ground 6 feet under.
Yeah. And then besides that, like the big thing was just Canute. Like, what the hell, man? What happened to this guy?
This man just became an actual man. It was like, all right, dude. Just doesn't flinch at like a 7-foot giant.
His eyes are just dead.
He has a goal, man, and his goal is to kill his dad.
Okay, so I had to step away for a second, but have you guys talked about how Thorfinn was able to knock Thorkel out literally with just like a hard hit to the temple? Like that's what the secret was?
I didn't even understand what was going on there. Like what was like how was that a weakness? I didn't understand that.
I don't know. From what I got from it is that what was his name? I forgot. Anyways, all I got from that was Thorkel just has like a glass jaw or something. So if you just hit his face, you're just gonna get knocked out.
Because like in the flashback, it just showed like Thorkel just like in just falling. I thought something like wrong with his back or something. But then like he just kicks his face and then he's like gets knocked out.
I think the flashlight was just signaling like this man actually has a weakness. It's like anything below his neck is not a weakness. That's literally all I got from it.
It was odd. It was an odd choice, I thought.
But also, I didn't realize that he was 50 years old. I thought he was like in his 30s.
I heard that. I was like, yo, I want to be like that, man, when I'm 50. Like, legit just tossing stuff around like it's no big deal. Like, holy, this guy is just a legend.
He's 50 years old. He's Canute, or he's Thorfinn's like great uncle.
Yeah, that was awesome. I was like, whoa, plot twist, sort of.
I always forget that Helga is she's like the daughter of the Viking leader or whatever that clan was, the Joms Vikings.
Yeah, the Joms
something
Vikings.
Like that.
So like, I wonder how she feels about all this. How like, because she grew up she basically grew up as like the chief's daughter, but like then they all ran away to Iceland. Like
I mean, it seems like she must have had a pretty big influence on Thorfinn's dad. I mean, he realized what it meant to be a warrior, and it seemed like that realization came from starting a family. So I would think that she had some sort of a major impact on it.
Yeah, I just think for her, it's in her best interest to just leave that capital city of like quote unquote warriors with like the Joms Vikings, because she pretty much doesn't get say in anything. I'm pretty sure. So. She gets to just leave, start a family, raise them and stuff. So it was
I thought this was a really good episode that tied everything together, though. I liked learning about their past history, and I really particularly like how it ended, where Thorkel was asking Ascalon, "It's all just I killed all your people, but it's just water under the bridge, right?" I knew that guy was going to switch sides, not even blinking.
Yeah, water under the bridge. That's all we can do now. They're dead. We can't.
I mean, yeah. So Aslad just basically got like I mean, even after all the shit he went through, like he basically like got out free because all his traders like died, and people who are still alive, they're not gonna kill him. So
everything pretty much worked out for him.
Yeah, surprisingly.
His luck came back. I just put it at that. His luck came back.
Damn. And I forgot how many episodes are left, but it's like, I wonder, how the battle against like his dad's gonna be like, because I wonder if it's gonna be like a huge assault, or they're gonna like maybe
there's 5 episodes left,
like ambush.
How many are left, Brian?
You beat me to it.
Okay.
So
I think it's gonna be pretty linear from here until the end. Like I don't think there are going to be a whole lot of surprises. I feel like everybody's kind of set on their path. I don't know how difficult or whatnot it'll be to overthrow the king, but kind of feels like it's going to happen. But I wonder what's going to happen with Thorfinn and if he's ever going to really have like a completion of character. Because I've always felt like he was just almost like a bystander, just watching.
That's what I got to. It's like this kid actually doesn't do anything.
Well, the whole point of the first half was like he was following Aslad's group.
Yeah, this man was just Aslad's bitch, pretty much. It's like, hey, do this. If you don't do it, you don't get to duel me. So,
So I wonder, I wonder if Aslad and Thorfinn are actually, if they're gonna live till the end, and then like the final scene just be like their duel, and if Thorfinn just kills him at the end or something.
Well, another thing I was wondering too is what if he finds out that Askeladd like also hates the Danes, because he wasn't there when he said he hates the Danes. And so, like, if once he learns that and he learns what the master plan is, I wonder if he's still going to have the same feelings that he's been having. Because
I think he doesn't really care about that. I think he's just more. It's more about like he still hates him for his dad.
Yeah, it's just like sort of dishonoring the honorable duel. Just
because Thornton he really looked up to his dad, and I think I think he knew that like, his dad was like a huge like warrior back in his day. So I think he still he still respects like the ways of like the Vikings and stuff.
I guess so. I don't know. He's just very much not a big picture kind of person. I feel like he's singular focused that I can't even quite relate to him.
Yeah,
is a real being.
I mean, I get what what he feels, but like it's just not it's not good character wise. Just being that one dimensional.
As a character, it's really boring, bland. But
maybe he'll turn around though. Canute turned around in one episode.
Well, they keep they keep hinting too how because like his dreams he's been having, like they keep hinting how he's starting to realize that a lot of this is a waste of time. That like he basically wasted his childhood chasing after Askeladd, and he should really just go home to his family.
Yeah, he really should. Maybe that's how it'll end. Maybe he'll kill Askeladd and then just go home to his family. Oh, well, that's done.
Because he has so much more actual combat experience, especially compared to everyone else in the village. I think he'll probably be like Thor's and just like realize he doesn't want to fight anymore. He just wants to be a villager.
Yeah, I mean, even like he just doesn't like fighting in general, because even whenever he got like his shit pushed in, he was like, "Yo," especially against like Thorkel. The man's like, "How do you enjoy fighting so much, dude? It's just not even worth it." But yeah, we'll see where the kid goes.
Well, I don't really have anything more for that episode.
Yeah, I think we're good here. So, pretty exciting episode. I'm looking forward to the rest of the season.
Definitely.
So we're gonna head over to our next show. I'm guessing it's gonna be Sword Art.
Yeah, my favorite.
I'm sure Stren is ready for his weekly rant.
Actually, do not have much for this one, but
really,
I don't really have a rant, but like I just want to call it like Renli. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, that guy's
actually useless.
Well, it's it was so dumb. Like because he was being a little bitch, and then he was like, it's one flashback with the dude he just randomly kills, like his friend he randomly kills in Erina.
That was stupid.
And then because of that flashback, I'm just gonna take out my scissor, like my boomerang like thing, and cut open the.
But not just that. He was also seeing Kirito in his his current state. Attempting to grab his sword or so. I don't know.
Yep.
And he's just like, oh, this guy that can't even move is trying to defend people. And I'm like, okay.
I'm so motivated now.
Yeah, whatever it gets you to be motivated.
Bro, if you saw a vegetable move trying to defend someone, wouldn't that motivate you? Dude, that would hella motivate me. The willpower on this guy, dude, ultimate edgelord, just saying.
No, that's what happens, man. It's like, oh my god, you can duck.
Dude, exactly.
Yeah.
If seeing that doesn't motivate you, I don't know what's wrong.
That's a Family Guy reference, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's not an anime, sir. Okay, so
it's an animation.
Get that American trash out of here.
Yeah. That's a cartoon show. All right, get that out of here.
Whatever, guys. Whatever.
But besides that, like it was pretty cool seeing Alice like just basically destroy everyone.
Actually, just the most overpowered thing ever. Legit.
Yeah.
So strong.
It's definitely like OP, but at the same time, like I swear they've just like shot beams down so many aisles, and yet there's still more aisles of just pointless mobs just running into them. I just keep thinking like, what was the point of having like all these mobs, all these like they're kings of like these certain things or chiefs or whatever the hell they were, and then just get knocked out like nothing. And it's just like
character development.
The thing is, like, it's just one valley, so there's only like one way to go. So,
right?
Are you kidding me? Do you see the valleys, man? They seem like there's like they're in every set, like everybody's in their own separate valley.
No, right. To make it you understand it, To make you understand it better, it's like when in Dragon Ball, right? When they're supposed to move at the speed of light, but for some reason a normal human being, can see them fighting at that fast speed. Basically, just them like slowing it down for us, so at our levels we can see them fight.
No, but I mean, like even in the areas, because like like at the beginning of the fight, they showed them in that by the door. It's just a clean aisle. Yet each one of these people are fighting in separate areas where they're just like nobody else is around.
No, that's because they were super zoomed in. They were separate.
Yeah, I think
they're super zoomed in, and then when they actually fight, like when you see the entire brigades walk down, right, and they zoom out, like they look like ants. They're basically like the valley is so huge that's why they have like a center flank, a right flank, and a left flank. Like it's really big, but they're just like zooming it in.
Yeah, it's supposed to be one valley, so I think it's just the camera angles that.
Yeah, I think they just need to do better like camera direction. And
well,
stuff.
To be fair and like actually defend them for a thing, they did actually say like rubble. Basically, it was like the gate just sounded like it was just this massive thing, and then they say like gate A or gate E rubble area, and so I just assume it's just a bunch of shards of the door that just makes it look like it's like they're in their own separate area.
But no, it's just really big place.
Okay.
Dude, but that integrity knight though, Bernoulli, whatever, that one sword art skill he produced, dude, that shit was OP as hell.
Yeah, I like how they make like a big deal. It's like, we're gonna send you all these like sea lampreys that fly in the sky at you, and then the guy just does like one sword skill, and then it's like, well, rip that part.
Yeah, rip 800 units.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so
that's
easy,
a big
right?
feels bad moment, dude.
Yeah, like it's. I mean,
all trying to zerg a zone and it just gets wiped out by just OP.
It's like to Ku's point earlier when they were saying, oh, for character development. I mean, that's honestly the only thing I see of that's coming from out of this. It's just like because everybody's just wiping out like the mobs like nothing, and they're just gonna have to bring out like those the two OP guys that somehow are gods of the game. Even though they've never played it, and then they have like maybe those other general girls or that chick they showed like this last episode.
Yeah. Dark Elf.
Yeah, I don't know if she's even strong though. I mean, it's just like if this person thought like her like sea lampreys were strong. I mean, I don't know what her abilities are actually going to be, if they're even going to be worth it.
Yeah, probably not that great.
I don't know. It's just this is just. I don't know. It just seems like it seems like a.
It's so the weird thing is that like because they kept saying how the human side was like severely underpowered or like outnumbered, whatever. Like and like they're just wrecking everyone like their AOEs.
Hey, man. Quality over quantity.
Yeah, just think if they had all 32 integrity knights, man.
Just game over at that point.
So so you're right, Stern. Like, I have no idea how they're at like if they're even gonna like end this like because like I assume right? it would get to the point where it has to be like the two human players jumping in.
Yeah.
And like
I wonder if it's going to be one of those where it's just like at the end of like if they only do like 12 episodes this season and they take like a break. I wonder if it's going to be one of those stupid endings where let's just say it's only those guys left and they basically walk in like nothing, just wipe out all integrity knights and they just end it there. I could see some stupid ending like that too.
The only other thing I can think of is like if like the human side finally starts losing and they start to retreat. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
I think what Certain said is probably true, right? Basically, all 10 of the dark side groups or whatever, they're going to lose, and then the two overpowered knights are going to have to hop in and then knock out all the integrity knights, and then like Kirito wakes up,
Asuna's there,
yeah.
Still waiting for her.
Yeah,
she's still leveling, bro.
So, do you guys think that like during this fight, do you think Alice is going to get wiped out?
Hell no, dude.
Alice is gonna make it to the end.
She's got a spirit bomb, bro. She'll be fine.
Yeah, it wasn't she turned that spirit bomb into a
cool. If you know,
mega
the thing is like the spirit bomb. Like she needed all the souls. So
if you knew of like later DBZ, cool. Spirit bomb doesn't work.
So, of course it works. When does it ever fail?
Later on. Did you watch Super or no?
Yeah, I did.
Dude, when he threw the spirit bomb at Jiren, and I basically just threw it back at Goku and blew him up.
Was Jiren completely evil? No.
Okay, fine. You got me.
Did Goku did Goku finally manifest the power of the spirit bomb and become Ultra Instinct? Yes. So did the spirit bomb work? Yes.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. Fine. I get backstabbed by DBZ logic. Okay. Whatever. Anyway, sticking to topic.
I'll just say like also like the Alice. So Alice's like spirit bomb thing. Like I didn't know like it was also like because I knew she was gathering the souls from the dead people, but I didn't realize like that there's also energy like in the air that she was sucking up to. That's why like no one cast her magic.
Well, how did
No, it wasn't from the air.
No, it's basically just from like the spirit of the basically of the dead. Like that's like what they were trying to get
But
to.
they're also saying it like, or is that where magic comes from? Because like the casters, like, no one could cast like their magic because like because Alice's thing was sucking everything up. So
yeah,
they were trying to get the dead. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically how it works is they like generate element or whatever is drawing like mana from the land. But when they were having that pre-war meeting, they're saying that since there's no like life there, everything that's going to be there is going to be like just up in the air, and then they need to manifest and take all that energy into themselves, so the enemies couldn't use it. That's what Alice's main goal, main role is. She's basically sucking up all the energy like in that area, so that no one can use magic.
Throwing it right back at them.
Yep, pretty much. So that's why they couldn't use magic because they're in a like a valley of the dead in a sense.
Okay, I forget like how like magic works in this because usually like magic systems it's always like something internal or it's like sometimes like you do borrow from the environment, but I didn't realize that that's like.
Don't worry, man. This is sort of nothing makes sense.
Makes sense to me.
Cool.
Yeah. Like,
yes, sir.
Go your corner.
What corner?
But, I mean, this is just I don't know. All I always want to say is it's just Renli. Like it's just I don't buy any of this for Renli.
I honestly don't know if we're gonna really even see much more of that guy. I mean, it's just like he did his thing. He did his like I don't even want to call it an ultimate technique. It was just lame. It's I don't know. He's definitely like the worst of the Integrity Knights. That's all I'm gonna say. Lame. Yeah, it's just like damn man, you got some scissor blades. Nice. But anyway, that's
just like his character development is just terrible.
I mean, that's just character development in this show. I mean, do we all remember that purple-haired chick's friend? You know, we got a 5-second flashback, and they called it good.
The best moment of the show, dude. Come on,
Reddit, defend this. I'm waiting for Reddit to defend this show even more.
God, those Reddit comments are just. I got nothing, dude. I'm sad for humanity.
I would have been okay without the first 10 minutes. It was pointless. I gotta say.
Jeez, that was so much wasted time. Yeah, they should.
Don't forget, this is we're getting 52 episodes of Alicization.
Fantastic.
This is what everyone wanted.
Like the amount of time they spent on Renli, they should have spent the time on that chick that died like in a badass way. I don't even know if she died, but like last episode,
she died.
She's dead. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, spoilers.
Spoilers. You saw it.
It happened.
Hey man, this
podcast is a spoiler, bro.
Give me a healer. There's
that's not gonna do much.
Why?
That's like trying to feed a sensu beam to like everyone who got
pierced.
This
is Sword Art. They don't care if they just kind of skip steps.
No, only Kyoto can do that. Okay.
Then again, it's
it is fair.
A simulator, so
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the get out of jail free card. It's just everything's a simulator.
It's just a game, bro.
It's just a game.
Yeah. Hey man, it's fine. Anyway, I'm done.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for Sword Art.
Yeah.
Nobody likes that show.
We're gonna move on into Dr. Stone. So.
Oh God, Dr. Stone.
Give me energy.
Brian, you go for it. I feel like I'm talking too much and complaining.
Dude, you can keep talking, man.
No, I'm good.
Get it all out. Get it all
out. I mean, me and Ku have our own things later on, so go for it.
Mm-hmm.
They got batteries.
Nice.
That was pretty dope. I don't remember much about the show because I watched it yesterday.
Okay, dude. I'll start by saying. Let me start by saying that actually that batteries and light bulbs is actually not that hard to make. So
says you.
So are you saying
David,
that you can make it, David?
Yeah, I'm
gonna make a battery.
Yeah, for like let's do an Izakaya special on YouTube.
I mean, like not batteries, like like the potato clocks. It's like you.
Oh, you're backing up now. Okay.
It's like the concept behind the potato clocks is like you just need like 2 metals or positive and negative charge, and then you just need like acid.
And in a Stone Age.
Hey, when we start talking about potatoes, which is the subject?
Because a lot of science fairs, like a lot of like 5th grade like science projects, it's like you have a potato and a clock. You put like a charge in the potato because the potato, I find it has a negative or positive charge.
All right, we have some rules on this then. We have to pretend like you're living at 3,700 years from now where you got nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the concept of like a battery. You just need a negative and a positive like charge for the metals, and then like the acid that they got from
in theory. In theory, it's really easy, sure, but to put it in practice, that's where it's having issues with.
Not easy. I should say simple.
No, David, you can't just go buy these. I'm gonna have to expect you. Like, we're gonna be going. I'm gonna be recording you while we take the journey to these death traps. When you have to, and then you can't even go into it with like gear. You have to make that gear before you walk into those places.
I just want to say it's simple. Like it's more simple than like
the concept is simple.
Than the damn like drug.
Yeah.
Or even like the cell phone, because in the way a light bulb too, it's like because they already had the glass, and then you just need the metals to conduct the electricity. Because basically, the Edison light bulbs, like I forgot what metal the original Edison
Tesla
light bulbs was, but like you basically have the two wires and the coil between them. The coil between them just like heats up, and that's what causes the light.
All right, man.
They also had mercury for that light bulb. I'm gonna need you
to make that light. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to make that glass too.
Anyway,
I'm just saying,
from batteries, they got batteries.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah, that was pretty nuts how they made those.
Like again, like they're simple. They're like someone at Senku could easily like make it because the concepts itself are simple. Same thing with light bulbs because you just need like the glass to take out all the air, and then you just need the wires. You're heating up a light bulb is just basically a heated up wire that and like the heat just makes it really bright. That's why like the early inconsistent light bulbs are inefficient because a lot of the power went to heat, and the heat is what makes the light.
Yeah.
Right, but again, in Stone Age, of course, it's simple, but to put it in practice, it's very difficult.
Like again, like making glass itself is hard, and they got it. So like the glass is honestly the hardest part is just the glass.
What?
For the bulb.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because it like you need a really good craftsman to make it smooth. Otherwise, like amateurs make it like make a bunch of impurities, and like it would not be smooth at all, and you might even have like cracks and stuff.
I'm gonna need you to make a perfect light bulb by next week.
Okay.
Granted, in the show they do have it set up where like it's almost best case scenario. Like they have a professional craftsman, they have a literal genius, they have the muscle, the manpower, the materials.
The electricity is also a hard part that they got out of the way. It's like all of this, like electricity is the hardest because you gotta make the spinning coils, and you got the wire wheel for hydroelectric. You're already like way far ahead.
Did everybody else think that storing meat in glass bottles is weird?
No, that's how you preserve meat.
Fair enough. Moving on.
It's fun.
What about
you need to be a Stone Age? You either use like a bunch of salt, or you preserve it in like the pickle jar or whatever.
All right, we'll have a workshop for that next week too, David.
Yeah.
We'll record it. How to.
I mean, like Asian families just like pickle stuff all the time, so.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is you're a master at this.
I'm not a master. I'm just saying, like.
Yes.
Like this is how like people did it back then, like preserving food. You know.
All right.
If my mom can do it, you can all do it. All right. Very simple. So simple. Man.
And that's why that's why salt back then was salt was super valuable back then because like that's how you preserve like the food in like especially meats or how or why everything was like always smoked.
Yeah.
Because that's how you preserve the food.
That's one thing they kind of skipped in the episode. They were like, "Oh man, storing meat." I'm like, "Okay, cool."
Well, it's like the village already knew how to do that. They already knew how to do that. They didn't need Senku for help. It's a basic survival. It's a survival
No, actually, for them that was new. They knew how to preserve food, but not meat in general.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Preserving the meat was a big pog for them because the one fat guy was like, "Wow, we can preserve meat for the winter."
Yeah. Oh God, vegetables again?
Yeah.
Ugh, God, I feel for him. I feel for that man.
Tungsten, though. So what is tungsten, David?
Like, tungsten is
what is the scientific periodic table?
I don't remember what the number was, but
that's terrible startup details. I'm kidding. Keep continue.
I know. I heard tungsten so many times because it's like the strongest metal. I'm pretty sure it's like what they were using in the early space missions.
Dude, I was not expecting them to just make another light bulb. I was, for some reason, expecting something else. He's like, all right, now for our next plan, a better light bulb. I'm just like,
you talking about the vacuum tubes?
Yeah.
Because
vacuum, go ahead.
It's not really a light bulb. It's
Man, it's a light bulb.
This is like, well, that's how the early computers were, like the early like the big computers that were used to take up a whole room.
Yeah.
They only had like 1 kilobyte of memory. Like that's how because before transistors, you use a vacuum tube for.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
Because computers knew there are a bunch of like logic gates of zeros and ones. Basically it was like the vacuum tube. You either turn on or off.
Mm-hmm.
And so what he's trying to do with the
that was my next question for you guys. Like, so do you still hold by what you were saying? What we all said like last week? Like, do you still think they're going to be making cell phones or walkie-talkies?
Walkie-talkies,
but you still need a tower to receive and transmit.
Truth.
The radio waves.
Yep, those poor children still making that
the gold.
Yeah, free labor.
I mean, they got meat for winter, so I think it's a
they got nothing better to do.
They got ramen for it.
True.
Yeah, nobody wants that fox wheat ramen.
They don't know anything better, bro.
Yes, Chad.
Yeah.
Dude, they had cotton candy for the first time in their lives.
That's like saying you've been living off of like instant mama ramen your entire life, and you don't know what actual authentic ramen is.
To be honest, man, when that winter comes by, I would be so excited. It's like, oh my god, we got ramen and meat during off season.
For the first time ever,
yeah. I wouldn't even know like how I would actually like. I would end up like that man, the big boy.
Well, because remember, like diets, like if you're a simple diet, it's all like wheat. It's basically just like bread. It's all you're eating.
And that guy managed to still be a fat fuck.
Chill, dude. Dang, he's just big bone. That's fucked up.
Do we know this?
I'm gonna assume so. Yes.
I don't know, man. Actually, I don't know because he was willing to work for food. So.
Hey, man loves his food.
Yeah, bro, relax.
Agreed, man. I'm with him. That's why I'm. You know.
That's why you're making fun of him? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I'm one of him, man.
Yeah, sure.
One of us.
All right, but basically the big question is because Senku picked Magma to go with them to get more tungsten.
Stupid move.
Do you think he's gonna betray them, or what's gonna happen?
Honestly, dude, I think he wants to betray, but he's too stupid to do it.
I think character development time for Magma.
I think it's gonna be character development time too. Yeah.
If I was being truthful, yeah, character development.
That was pretty cool when they did the card selection with like the stats for when he's picking his party member.
I legit paused.
I had to pause. I had to pause too.
Yeah, that was pretty nice addition.
The only thing with that I would see like because something's gonna. I mean, because it's been a while now since we've had like any kind of drama, so it's like it's coming to that time. Like something's got to happen with drama. I think things have been kind of working too well. It's been just like really enjoyable to watch. But I just feel like it's been too long of episodes with like really nothing dramatic.
I don't know. It's really like that much. Like I don't really think it's like drama with like within the characters or within like the village. Like I mean, you had like Magma like trying to screw everyone over by being village chief, but. Besides that, I think if he tried to kill Senku, I think everyone would know that it was him who did it, and he did it, and they wouldn't accept him as a village chief. So I don't think it's gonna be drama that way. I think I think they're just gonna stick with the Kingdom of Science versus Tsukasa's Empire.
Oh man, Magma's against basically the two people that can't fight.
Yeah, but it's like if he kills them, it's like he's pretty much. I think he realizes now how important Senku is. As village chief of all the technology he's brought.
Do you think he could connect that though?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's connecting.
I have no faith.
I would hope so. If you can't connect 1 and 2 and make 3,
because the old guy, the craftsman, he was saying how aside from some people, like everyone in the village has been like more like upbeat, and even though they're busier, like they've been more excited than any time in their lives.
I don't know, man. I think Ramen Guy is better than him.
Oh god. But
so what are they gonna make with tungsten?
The little thing for the middle thing.
They need the wire for the light
bulb.
Oh
yeah, okay, I remember.
Because they were using bamboo and it burns. So that basically tungsten.
Noob.
So because again the light bulb, you're heating up the middle. That's what creates the light. The heat makes the light. And the glass, besides holding the they're taking the air out, it amplifies the light inside too. Well, actually, no, they need it for the vacuum tube. I was wrong. They need it for the vacuum tube, so it has to last a long time. And
Yeah.
before like whatever, I think they're using, I forgot what they're using besides the bamboo, but also like when you heat the metal, it was expanding, it was breaking the light bulbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly either, but yeah, it was basically just expanding too much.
Because like the metal was like heating up the glass. It was expanding when it was heating up.
Yeah.
And so the tungsten directly is supposed to like hold, like be a better like insulator of heat and like just like stay the same form even when heated.
So do you guys think the next episode is going to be? It's just going to be all tungsten and just character development with Magma? Then you think it's just going to be a whole episode and it's not going to be like half the episode and they're moving on to something else?
I don't want it to be the whole. I don't want the whole episode to be about like Magma because I feel like we really need to start fighting them and like we're getting to the end. So I don't know how they're gonna.
It is the middle of winter.
I think it's gonna be the whole episode.
Yeah, I think it'll be half. I think it'll be half.
I suppose they are running out of episodes for the season, though.
Yeah, so like we gotta start fighting them soon. So I don't know how they're gonna do the fight with only like less than like
3 episodes left.
Yeah,
Oof.
so it's like unless it's gonna be a cliffhanger, like that's.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a cliffhanger at this point because they're gonna set it up all up for when they're ready, and then just when they're about to go fight or infiltrate, that's when the season's gonna happen.
Because I can't see them like I could like I mean, or I was say I definitely see like the fight being like longer. So I would rather have it be a cliffhanger and like just announce second season. Just I don't want like
second season would be nice.
I don't want the fight to to get rushed.
Yeah, fight. Yes.
What invasion battle?
Yeah, whatever, or what they consider a fight. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I got nothing.
All right, so if that's all we got, we gotta head over now to Shokugeki no Soma.
Yes.
This episode is basically it was Momo versus Erina, so that was pretty interesting. How like the way that the match set up because we had Ishiki versus Aishi first seed, and then we had Takumi versus Rindo, and then we got Erina versus Momo. Like I feel like they just gotta like have like Erina already won this round. I feel like you're just gonna make the other two lose by default, just so it's gonna be her and Soma at the end.
I think so too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, calling it.
Like with the fight with like Momo this episode, I never cared about that character. Like I just think like it's just a waste of time. It's just a wasted spot.
Hey, hold on, right? They need a they need a loli, okay?
Nah, man, they needed a free win for Erina just to get her to the final.
Bro, did you not see Erina in her multiple costumes? Dude, it was so good.
Multiple costumes. Oh, when it was. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
I just want to call out Momo and her like who puts soy sauce in whipped cream? That does not like sound good at all. Like
no, they explained it right. It's like salted and caramel.
No, you can't. That's not. You can't compare this. It's not. You can't compare that to salted caramel. Like
why not? It makes sense. It's relevant.
I don't buy it. Like I can't imagine eating whipped cream that has like soy sauce like flavoring in it.
I don't know, man. I think anything in this show I would eat.
No, like it may like I'm not a chef. Okay, disclaimer. But based on how they explained it, it seemed pretty legit. The science behind it, I feel like it would work. And it's
yeah, even though like everyone else was calling out the artichoke last episode, so we're gonna buy the soy sauce and whipped cream.
Yeah, I buy it.
I wish I could understand what they're doing, but I was like, I don't know. I'm just gonna let them. I'm just gonna trust them and hope that the guy who made the manga did did his due diligence in looking at this.
Right, and then just to think about it, right? Like, if say you're trying to bake a cake, don't you need baking powder or baking soda? I mean, if you try eating that shit by itself, it sucks. But if you put it with some other stuff and makes a cake, it's amazing. So, I can get it.
David,
like, I was just hung up on soy sauce. Like, I don't know. That's really weird.
What's up, Brian?
None. Oh, I really want like Crunchyroll or somebody from anime that knows their anime to like actually go up to like an executive chef like Gordon Ramsay or like Bobby Flay or somebody and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna need you to watch this one episode and tell us if it's true or not."
There's plenty of videos where people made like Shokugeki food.
And then what were their thoughts?
Well, like,
is it true? Can you actually do that?
Well, like, because Crunchyroll, like, they retweet this one girl who makes the food. Like, she made I forgot what she made. It was like one of the season 1 foods, but
Does
like,
it still look as good as the show?
I think it did. Just like not like the anime also obviously makes it look better, but I think it turned out good.
I don't know, man.
I mean, just there's plenty. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of videos of people making the Shokugeki food. So
I mean, if there was a Food Wars theme restaurant, I would go. I would try it.
I mean, no one's gonna make a restaurant based on an anime. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, they would.
I mean, like, there's the cafes have like anime promotions and collaborations, but it's not like fully like
Yeah.
theme after.
What was your guys' thoughts on? I'm sorry. What was your guys' thoughts on Momo's backstory?
I didn't really care.
Yeah, I didn't really care much for it. I thought she was annoying.
Yeah. Brian, Momo's backstory. Your thoughts?
I could care less, dude.
Good, same.
It's like, hey, this girl knows her cute stuff. All
I mean,
right.
do you see what those animals look like? There's no way in hell there's any kind of cute with those.
I mean, it was just like, let's just put it in this terms, like that's her quirk. Just like how the one chick has the god tongue, her quirk.
But
is
how does it?
know what's cute and what's upcoming?
But how does it go from that to like actual cute looking food? You know?
Because like in
food school, dude.
Because in Japan, like desserts and sweets, they're considered like a girly thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why like the bakeries are super popular of Japanese girls because like it's considered like really cute.
No, I meant
like,
though, like, you know, like when her terrible looking toys she kept picking out, and somehow they're like, oh my god, she knows what the popular toys are gonna be, and they look terrible. It's like, who in the hell is buying these toys?
Oh, I don't know.
And then she didn't. Really? Oh, okay. But
Zoomers, dude. Just a bunch of Zoomers.
The Zoomers, okay.
Right here is Zoomer.
not a Zoomer.
But the thing with that though, it's like, but then it goes from those terrible looking toys to like actual cute looking food. Like it would have been awesome. Like I think Momo would have been so much better is if her food translated to the same exact way as her taste in toys, where it just looks god awful. Like just looking at it makes you just need to run to the bathroom, and it's just like where you're just struggling to take that bite, and then it ends up just being godly somehow.
Well, it wasn't really based on the food either. She actually mentioned that she wanted to be a pastry chef because that's when she looks her cutest.
Yeah, and that's what makes her look cute.
Right.
Not that terrible looking toy that she was carrying. Okay.
Yeah. Or I guess that's still stuck with her because she has that teddy bear with her at all times.
Yeah.
I think.
Your guys' thoughts on the final scene?
What was the final scene? I forgot.
Her dad shows up. Basically,
right.
Yeah. Okay, dude.
How did
that
you
guy
forget
needs
that,
to
David?
chill out and just leave. That's just literally ring the tournament.
I was expecting something to happen, honestly.
It was so dumb. I think the concept of it is so stupid because it's just a way to further progress like the storyline with that one chick and be like, hey, if I can make food my way and make you think differently about how chefs should cook their food, that's the route I think it's gonna go.
I think like I don't know. I wish they would have stuck with like just the food. The food should have been the main part of like the show, and like it's doing this whole like overarching like story and stuff. Like, what?
No, we all know it's not the food. It's always the orgasms that runs.
I'm looking for the food. All right.
But what causes that is the food. So in a way, it's about the food.
Right. Well, people's not coming for the food. Come on.
Honestly, dude, that food looks
like
good.
it's like this and like the restaurant to another world. Like the food looks so good. Like I was like, because like in the restaurant in another world, like nothing happens in the plot, but I just watch every week just for the food.
Yeah, as I get older and weight begins to hang out parts of my body, I'm looking more for the food.
Yeah, even though you're not gonna make it.
Yikes!
So mean.
Yikes!
You can always make it, Trend.
Maybe one day.
You don't have to be a culinary chef, Trend. Just find tutorials online.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the.
Make some damn hamburger helpers.
Hey man, when you do the tutorial, you're basically we're one of Erina's dad's followers, man.
Yeah, because you're not trying to be a professional.
Am I, David?
Okay.
Do we know this? But no, I just thought I agreed with David. Actually with everybody else, I just thought with like him approaching, it's just like, dude, this is gonna be fucking stupid. So like even though like let's say like Ishiki and like Takumi actually have a chance of winning, you know that he's just gonna throw it and basically like you're not gonna pass. Like I bet I can easily see some stupid thing happening where they both somehow win, like in a sense, but then he just basically throws it. That's legit what I think.
Yep.
So
and then the last 2 matches, Erina is going to prove him wrong, and Soma's going to prove him wrong somehow.
I don't know about Erina, like really proving him wrong, but I mean, I think it's going to definitely kind of come down to
like
Soma.
if anything, I hope it's her because then like that'd be really good for the character, like showing up her dad.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to see like having Soma have to be like the hero of all this because it's not his fight. Like,
yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's
between Erina and her dad. Like,
yeah. So do you guys think Soma's gonna win like his final round, or do you think it's gonna be?
Oh yeah, he's gonna win.
You think so?
Like,
okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the last battle is gonna be first seed, second seed versus Soma and one chick.
I could actually see him lose, but then like I don't know how they would win.
And have it about Erina, yeah. So
I guess like if it's gonna be Soma and Erina at the end, like they both would have to win then.
Yeah. So so everybody agrees here then that Ishiki and Takumi are RIP?
Oh, they're dead. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Takumi's dead even before her dad comes up. Like,
yeah, Takumi shouldn't even be here.
All right, where's Megumi? Fuck, man.
Hey, she's part of Irina's plate.
I know, man. The Megumi the Megumi Rindo dream.
No, right?
Yeah.
Megumi is not a second-rate girl. Okay, the one
that's not
true
what the author
heroine.
thinks.
They ruin it by throwing it in an Italian.
That's not what the author thinks.
Yeah, fuck the author.
Who cares about this guy?
Dude, I really want to see the squid. Like, I want to see some good squid.
Oh, that's right.
food.
Yes, we did not say. Yeah, Ishiki and Eishi are going to be making rabbit. Rindo and Takumi are using. They got their spear squid. And Momo and Erina.
Dude, I was gonna say that's pretty dumb too. How
that was brown sugar.
Of course, like Erina has to use brown sugar against the dessert girl. Like, of course, that's what she pulls out.
That's how it always goes, man. You know, the good guys never get a break. So
But whatever. I'm excited for the squid. I want to see some good squid. The rabbit just reminds me of like when the secretary chick made the turtle burger. Like,
I don't know.
It's gonna be something weird.
These things would have so much more of an impact if that guy wasn't coming in. Like, he's legit just gonna ruin this like the rest of this arc for me. It's just like how like you guys said before, and like David, it's just gonna go further away from the food for at least these few rounds, and it's just gonna be basically just rigged. So.
Like with the food, I want to see like half actually like realistic things you could do, and half like weird stuff. Like
yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, like I guess I was actually disappointed with the turtle burger because I want them to make an actual like American style burger, but they didn't. Just did turtles. So that's the only thing I have against.
Yeah.
Like I want to see something good.
Yeah.
Good to eat.
So anyway, next week we get to talk about how disappointing it was and how rigged it was, and that's all I got.
Yeah, we're gonna head over now to Fire Force. Nothing really happened much this episode. It was just like a training arc, basically, or training episode.
What are you talking about? Tons of things happened this episode.
Just training.
Dude,
Shinra's
poor Daki, man. You got mounted.
Shinra's learning ninjutsu.
Wait, I'm sorry, Waku?
Shinra's learning how to do the hand signals, so he's eventually going to learn how to do ninjutsu.
Jujutsu? Oh my god.
Basically, right? Like, to make my flame go like this, I have to do the tiger signal.
Yeah.
Or the
I mean, at least that's like actually. I believe him when he says it's based off like actual martial arts.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the Naruto stuff was just made up. Like,
I like how last week, we talked about how like we're like, oh damn, dude, I don't know how, like we didn't know how Shinra was gonna catch up to Show, and legit one episode, it's like, okay,
there we go.
He has a chance. Yeah. I
mean, like you'd have to do figure out some way against like the speed that Show has, even with the jet propulsion. It's like,
yeah.
I forgot how we explained it last week. Was it just made it look like he was stopping time? So
yeah, did it really explain how Show's thing worked at all, or no?
No, I think we still don't know.
So until like you know how that works, you're not gonna have a chance against him.
Yeah, I think
him and Joker too, because they both have the same power.
Yeah, I think Joker said something about it where they kind of get a hint like what it could be, but I think that's all we have.
Joker's really weird in this show. Like I have no idea what's going on with him. Like how he's related.
So is Giovanni, man. I hate Giovanni. Like it's just like I was like, are we really gonna waste time in this guy? Are we really gonna be losing to a guy that has like basically like the Stretch Armstrong hands?
I mean, we have to talk about him because he's important now because he has the key.
I mean, I suppose.
And like, he was like a captain, so it's a pretty big deal that he got the key and he's with the cult.
So what happened with the imposter news?
Basically, like the company is saying that wasn't the real Giovanni. Like
But
it
we
was
know it
someone
was.
who pretended who it was, and
Yeah.
like and they just put on the mask so you couldn't tell who it was.
Yeah,
And they're
God.
saying
No,
this guy
supposedly-
is the real
supposedly
Giovanni. He's actually not evil, so don't boycott our company, please.
Bunch of Trump supporters.
No, supposedly Giovanni got beat up or something, and they stole his mask, and that's what they were saying, weren't they?
That's what they're saying. But,
Yeah.
I can see that too happening. That guy's a bitch.
So it's like if like a corporation got a scandal and they're saying, oh wait, it wasn't us. Please don't boycott us. Please still buy our products.
Please, we're begging you.
Mm.
We need food on our table.
We need our Lambos and Mercedes.
We need
That's actually
to
what
pay
I
our,
hope so, too.
we need to pay our employees like shit wages while
Yeah.
we dodge taxes.
Yeah, but this is basically it was like a big part of it was just like a training arc episode. I still don't know what Arthur was really doing besides.
I'll just say
sword.
too, like, what's the point of his training? Like he
Just
can't
learning
do anything against
swordsmanship.
show. Like
I don't know, especially when he's not. If he's not feeling knightly, somebody needs to get him an outfit and then make him go.
get
Get
over
him
there.
the
another
saber
horse.
outfit.
That's just like so dumb. Things like if I'm not feeling knightly, I'm not gonna have power. So it's like okay, dude.
Like
That's
yeah,
the
it's like,
power of
what he's saying.
believing, man.
I don't know, dude, but
like the only thing really is just like he learns he's learning like sword techniques from he's learning to use a sword like a katana, so he's like has more speed, but
I
like
guess.
it's just all technique. He's still got lacking power.
I mean, would you want to learn like those sword slashes, or you want to learn no ninjutsu? Come on, there's no.
Well, yeah, he can't
there's
help
no-
it because he doesn't have the explosive power like Shinra. But
That is true too. Yeah.
but that's the thing about Arthur. It's like he's a lack in power, so I don't know how you gonna help train him.
Yeah, it's crazy that that Shinra basically got this like down in one episode. But then again, I'm okay with them just kind of like skipping a majority of the training arc. I'll go with that.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's really all that happened. I mean, I don't even remember how the episode ended. So
So nothing really. It's just the training. Just Shinra just learning how to use ninjutsu.
we'll definitely have more
basically,
next week.
They ended it with them finished training, right? Isn't that what?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yep. They all love Benny.
I still. Oh yeah. I was like when I saw that they were gonna get trained by him, I was like, oh, Strand's gonna definitely love like this.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm gonna get trained by anybody, like I said, I want the guy that has flaming mops.
But I feel like they're
Didn't make an
rushing it.
appearance.
Don't you guys feel like they're rushing it though? This
They
training
are
episode?
kind of rushing it. Like
That's-
I
I
really don't know if they're still gonna have him fight show at the end because it doesn't
Well,
feel like a good like setup for it.
well, the thing with this show though that Doctor Stone does not have. I mean, Fire Force still has 6 episodes, so
I
I mean,
guess.
technically they still have time for like the final arc, or not final arc, but like the final like arc
Final
for the
fight?
season. Yeah. Or at least that's what we're thinking. I really hope it's
just-
not one of those where he gets to him and it's just like another one. It's like till next time.
I think if he does end up fighting show, it's just gonna be like a draw or a stalemate or
Oh yeah. So yeah.
I
can see that, too.
can't see it just ending like this.
Is the manga still going?
Would assume so.
It's a draw then.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna say.
I don't know even when this manga started because Soul Eater ended like a long time ago, and I don't know how like when Fire Force started after Soul Eater. So
Anyway, I'm good.
all right, so I guess we'll leave it there for Fire Force. It's
Next
gonna be
up?
me and Stren now for Fate Grand Order.
Yes.
And so we weren't here for last week because someone wasn't caught up.
Didn't have time. My apologies.
Well, I guess we should basically just talk about this week's episode because it was the big one.
Yeah.
I just wanna say-
I forgot what happened last episode too. So
I guess we can recap. I'll recap a little bit, but I just want to say like it feels like every Fate series, it always has that one episode where they spend like all their animation budget, and this week was that episode.
yeah, dude. Well, I mean, they've actually had a lot of fights. Where a lot of the fights had this typical animation.
They had
So
a
it's
lot of
just like-
fights, but like
yeah,
this was like the big one.
Oh, this like the entire episode was a fight. It
Yeah.
was awesome.
So basically, what happened last week's episode was, well, first of all, like there's some weird like spoilers for Camelot. They were mentioning Solomon because he was one of the gods, I think, from Babylon.
God, I don't remember.
But like he was saying, he was like a grand mage or whatever. I don't know how
Oh,
like
Yeah, I remember
how
that
like
guy.
the systems work with Fate Grand Order. Like it feels
They don't have a system. Says
because
they
I only understand like the master and servant system. I have no idea how like the
Same.
gods like have anything to do with like, this.
Somehow the gods are actually like they can be summoned as servants as well, and I don't know how.
But like,
Um,
but we're in the singularity though. It's like, so are all the gods here? Are they servants or like are these like how are they here without a master?
Oh,
then?
yeah, I got you. Yeah,
So it's like, where are these gods? Like, how do they relate to any of the magic? Like, that's what I don't get.
I would say maybe we get an explanation, but this is off a mobile game, so it's really up in the air.
It's up in the mobile game, and also we're in the 7th singularity. Because I know they made like billions of dollars off the mobile game. I know you have enough money to adapt the whole thing.
So this is I know, right? This is okay. So this is like what the 3rd encounter with Enkidu now, right? And they basically just like run away at the end again.
That was really dumb. How he convinced like Tiamat or Gorgon to back off.
Yeah, because there's no way in hell. Like, I mean, the reason why she woke up is to destroy everybody, and then it's all of a sudden like, chill, mom, chill. We got time, and then they just went off again. And it's just like, well, what in the hell was the point of waking up in the first place and doing this battle?
Yeah.
But they lost 2 servants. I forgot the names, but Pantheon and
hey, if you know your 300 reference, it's King Leonidas of Sparta.
Yeah, and then
he's the guy who picked the messenger down the hole, man.
Yeah,
this is Sparta.
And then who was the raccoon girl again? What was her name?
Ushi Wakamaru.
Yeah. Yep.
But
R.I.P. Pour one out for both.
Before that though, like, cause episode 10, like didn't Anna, didn't she die, or she was like, or she like severely wounded or something? Like,
no, she did not die. I thought for some reason she was back at town or somewhere.
She was like, but no, she got wrecked like by the Tiamat fight.
Okay, so she's so she's just Yeah, she's just recovering because I think these were the first 2 that we saw that went RIP.
Yeah.
Or went
because I say because every time I see Leonidas, like I just think of Pantheon from League of Legends. Like,
yep, that's why I call him Pantheon. I couldn't think of his actual name.
Like, and also that's the thing, like him and Ushiwaka, they both use their Noble Phantasm. Come on, Mash, where's your damn Noble Phantasm?
Yeah.
Like, all this time you still haven't used it, and like you have these 2 people using it. Like, come on.
Both those scenes were pretty sick. Like, I don't know, Pantheon scene, I thought was like, for some reason I thought that was like way cooler. I don't know why. I think it's just something.
It was more epic, whereas like Ushiwaka, she was just
crazy,
doing a bunch of slashes, but
I'll have to watch. Go ahead.
It was just really weird how because we know Enkidu, like, he's not the real Enkidu, he's Kingu, and then they said something about how like Tiamat, it's not the real Tiamat, it's like Gorgon, which is weird because isn't Gorgon just like the name of the species of the snake people? It's not their name. Yeah,
so maybe he just maybe he doesn't know like exactly what it is. It's just maybe he just says like, oh, you're a Gorgon. I don't know.
No, he said her name was Gorgon. That's like
oh,
I thought that's what they meant. Like the name was Gorgon, even though even though it should be Medusa. Like
that's what I was thinking too.
Like, so it's like, if she was Medusa, like how does she not know like Pantheon?
Yeah, and for the part about Anna, I'll probably like go back, kind of like just try to just see what remember what happened with her for next week, and then we can just mention it.
But and then Ushiwaka, like, I mean, her, like, she was pretty badass. Like, when I didn't realize, is her Noble Phantom, is that her clone?
That's what I thought. Like, basically just like the crazy clone jutsu, and then
she said a move. I thought it was just like a regular move. I didn't realize it was supposed to be her Noble Phantasm.
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, it looks sick. The animation was so good. The whole episode was awesome.
Basically, top notch. This isn't even ufotable. This is just Cloverworks. Yeah.
Brian, I'm gonna have to send you a link later. It was really cool.
I'll do go to the anime subreddit. They have both like the Pantheon and the Ushiwaka.
There you go, Brian. Go.
That clipped out. I can send a link later. But
wait, what subreddit /r anime?
Yeah, Fake Ragnor
trending or what?
It's on the front page of the Fake Ragnor fights. The 2 servants. I can put the link in later.
Yeah, but the end of the episode just basically showed that the humans are just because it ended with Enkidu or Kingu or whatever, Kingu and the Gorgon just running away for another, coming back for another
really
day.
Weird. Like,
it's a mobile game. It's like there's so many times in the game you will see the same, like what you consider like the final boss, like 5-6 times in the story before like the final encounter.
Oh, I want to mention too, because like I made the mistake of checking the Reddit thread for this episode just to see everyone's reaction, because I thought it was gonna be epic. And of course, like, there's this one, I need to call out this one user, Pepe_lives. Like, he was saying how why is this show not is being watched? Is this so underrated? or saying he was saying like this show only has a score of 7.9 on my anime list, shows that anime fans have shit taste. Like I'm gonna call him out for that just because like no, before this episode, there's a lot of filler.
Yeah.
And before the filler, you need someone else who in the Reddit thread saying how the show is self-explanatory. No, it is not. What the hell are you on?
Is not, yeah.
Like
you definitely like need to look up shit.
You need to know Fate, just understand this, and then even knowing Fate, like it's still confusing.
Yeah, I mean I've watched it all and I still don't understand it.
Like people kept asking why isn't the show more popular? It's pretty obvious why isn't it popular. It's not just because like it's not on Crunchyroll. It's because like
there's way too much of it.
There's too it's like there's so much references that you need to know. Who are who are all these people on like saying that it's self-explanatory? Like no, there's a huge barrier.
Yeah, it's
so I just want to call it Reddit. Like fuck you, Reddit. Like your opinions are so shit. That's why. Like,
we're looking at a YouTube SAO thread.
It's like your opinions are just shit, man. I swear, like the subreddit is like the quality's been downhill. Like,
yeah. So who's worse, Sword Art, Fate?
Sword Art. There's no negativity in Sword Art. It's all positive and like this is the greatest stuff in the world.
Yeah.
At least Fate Grand Order, you have people
Fate. Like Fate, I can understand if you play the mobile game because at least there, like you have the context and it's more believable.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's just dumb. There's just people not like. It's people with I don't know what's the word. It's like they're not fully understanding the audience. Like you can't just come from your review that you know like the mobile game and expect people who haven't played to know this stuff.
I see.
So it's like that's what I'm more mad about. It's just like people not understanding that like no, this stuff isn't easy to pick up if you haven't played the mobile game, or even if you haven't
definitely not,
or even like if you haven't seen any Fate at all. Like I would never recommend this to anyone who hasn't watched any of the Fate series.
Yeah,
and like people say like this is like the easiest out of the spin-offs to pick up, but it's like even still like I would not recommend this to anyone who hasn't watched any Fate.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of like other threads and stuff like where of people that actually have written like where they believe you should start and like and where you should watch
that's
in order.
A huge like point in like this like every time a huge Fate series comes out, there's always a huge thread.
Yeah,
or it's there's like a sticky thread about like how like the Fate watch order. It always has to be a thing because this series is so confusing.
Yeah.
Like
these people though that have like all these questions, all you gotta do is Google, dude. Like just fucking Google it, and you
can Google. I understand where they're coming from. Like,
yeah, no, I'm talking about the guy that he's talking about how like it's just easy to understand. I don't know if that guy is only like based off of like the stuff like he's watched, or also things he's Googled and then like Wikipedia and like.
I assume they're all like mobile game players. Like,
oh yeah,
like, whoever says it's self-explanatory, like no, like.
Dude, I don't even know if you played the mobile game if it would be that easy because it's like you still need to know knowledge of everything else.
Yeah, like a lot, like there's still a lot of references to the Babylonian or the Mesopotamian, like mythology here. Like Solomon. Like I have no idea like what he's supposed to do for this story.
Yeah,
but like, is that supposed to be self-explanatory? Huh, Reddit user?
I quit looking up stuff a long time ago. I'm just watching this. I'm just gonna watch the show and just enjoy it.
I wasn't even looking. I just this episode was really epic, so I was hoping that people like I would see good reactions in the thread and like
mixed.
Just that one part where people like saying why isn't this popular? That's the only thing that bugged me.
Yeah, yeah, I can see it. Yeah,
and also the thing about the anime subreddits, like the anime, like side, like I think they focus way too much on the animation, like because Copcraft, like I enjoyed the story, but everyone was just shitting on the animations. Like I understand it's a huge part, but it's like I still want to talk about the story, guys. Like. I don't want to just be a huge circle jerk about just the animation every time. Like especially this episode too. Like the animation was really good, but there's still a story we gotta talk about.
Yeah.
Like, no one called out. No one in the thread called out that like Gorian just ran away for no reason.
Yeah. Gorian ran away again, just like for no reason. Just like they would just run away for no reason.
Everyone's just circle jerking about how good the animation is.
Yep, and then Ushiwaka is going to become basically evil or something at the end. It sounds like
Dude, that's really weird. How like she's still there. I assume if you're a servant, you just disappear like Pantheon did.
Well, I mean, I think Pantheon just straight up died, but I think then Ushiwaka just got captured before.
I feel like at that point you might as well commit something. You might as well commit suicide instead of like trying to go through all that suffering.
Her current state seems kind of difficult to do that, but. Anyway, to kind of get like a little bit more back on topic, the ending was just had where after they ran away, you basically like the main town was just like in shatters, and they're just trying to like I guess rebuild it. And I think that's all we know. Right?
It was the northern wall. It wasn't the town.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Because I think
So
it
northern
was
wall,
it was a
right.
town. I think Gilgamesh came out.
Hopefully.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm ready to move on.
Alright, that's my rant. That's my rant for fake or fucking Reddit users.
Yeah.
Next up is Kemono Michi Rise Up. So we're handing this over to straight Senku.
Go for it, Ku.
All right. So for this episode, it was a lot more interesting than the other previous episodes, right?
Yeah.
Finally, we're getting more action into this. And if everyone remembers Soren's favorite character, the kobold wife, household wife.
Oh god, she's awesome. Just those scenarios, those things are so good.
Yeah, so it's just great. And then apparently, since Genzo is trying to recruit fighters for his new their new wrestling group or whatever, he sees the kobold wife again shopping, and then they have their own little like flirting conversation. And then he's like, "Oh wait, that's right, your husband." So he runs to the husband, and then he recruits him. But then at first the husband was like, "Oh, so you're the reason why my wife keeps like dressing up and putting on
Looking
makeup,
pretty.
looking pretty. How dare you?" And then they get in a giant fight, and then apparently he realizes what he was missing in his life. He needs more action, so he joins Genzo's group.
Left her.
It's like, what the hell?
The 180 spin.
It's like, did not see that coming. Well, I guess I kind of did, but yeah, I did not see that coming. I thought like someone's gonna get knocked out for sure.
Yeah, when she's thinking like, "Oh man, they're gonna fight over me."
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah.
But and then let's see, who else did he recruit? After that, he went to go recruit
the orcs.
No, it wasn't the orcs. He went to go recruit that one wolf guy. At the very first episode where he kind of like violated. Yeah. And then he wouldn't do it because he was too scared, so he recruits his sister instead. And then I don't know. After that, like
he gets the orcs though too.
He does, but they don't really like showcase him going to the.
Oh yeah. They basically kind of just show that they're like planting stuff, and that's about it. I don't remember anything else about the orcs.
Yeah, they're basically pacifists now, so they're trying to contribute to society by planting trees and shit.
Yeah.
So, but otherwise, honestly, I feel like the first like 10 minutes was like the most enjoyable part because then afterwards, they go into like this training montage. They set up stores. They do their showcase exhibition. And then that's.
They start doing some wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And they have like what seemed like maybe possibly rivals, even though they were going for that at least. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even know because I thought for sure at least Mao would have shown up because at like towards the middle or at the end, the wolf guy comes in with a cloak on, and I thought that was Mao at first. And he was gonna hop in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out to be just that wolf guy, and he gets like manhandled again once he hops inside the ring.
Yep. Dude, how long did they say that the round was? Like 17 minutes or something?
Yeah, something like that. I was like, dude, that's insane.
Oh, that poor wolf.
Oh, honestly. Yeah, and then like at the end, apparently all the money they made from the shop or like selling tickets, apparently training and everything was so expensive, and like with everyone breaking the stalls and whatnot, and they had to pay him back. Like they basically they just zeroed out.
Even.
Yeah. So
such a Konosuba line, and it was by the same creator. It's basically you get a bunch of money, you lose it all right away.
Mm-hmm. But do you feel like they're just trying to copy Konosuba? They're not really trying for anything original.
What do you mean?
Because I feel like everything here has been kind of like you can relate it to Konosuba, right? But it's nothing like where like this is such like Kemono Michi thing where it's original, like something you expect.
Yeah.
But
I think I think the reason why it kind of fails in that sense to be like its own thing from the beginning is because it went for an isekai and a comedy, which is basically Konosuba as well. Right. So it's already kind of following like the same setup. It just kind of done differently because obviously, I mean, the guy he only wrestles. He has no abilities. Actually, have we seen anybody with really
superpowers?
Magic? Yeah.
Yeah, no, not really.
Okay.
Except for the little dragon girl that can metamorph,
like turn into a dragon.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing too crazy. Everything here seems to be physical.
Yeah,
physical
but it's
abilities.
like, but the thing with like isekai comedy is like I don't really like. It's like it's because considering it's just an isekai comedy, like it's already like the bar isn't too high. It's more like I just consider like, is it funny? It's like, are the characters enjoyable and all this other stuff? Like basically, does it do its job for its like for what it is?
Right. And then for me, the main cast isn't that really enjoyable, other than Genzo. But even then, it gets kind of tiring after a while when it's the same joke.
Same thing over and over. Yeah.
Like kind of legit. I'm more interested or more excited when you see the kobold wife come in, because something funny is about to happen, right?
Yeah.
But then like all the sidekicks, like the whole someone dropped their weapon, I'm gonna pick it up and sell it again.
Yeah, that's definitely, it's like, okay guys, let's just do something else, or just like basically we already know what's going to happen. You don't have to point it out. The ant guy is awesome. He doesn't get nearly enough screen time.
Not enough.
And then go ahead.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, right? It's like, there's at first it was funny, but now it's just like constantly reused material, and then they don't really have their own like DNA yet, where it kind of differentiates them from like the others isekai anime. So
at this point, it's just got to bring in Mao now, because it's just like there's nothing much more they can do without bringing like the main guy in now.
Right.
Because they got the wrestling thing set up. That's all done. They kind of hinted at rivalries, which I assume Mo will become that rival.
Yeah.
So it's just like from here on out, like it's like they have to just throw him in and then build his like story up now.
Yeah, they have to continue the story, because I feel like they've just been delaying it for too long.
Yeah, unless if it's all about the Cobalt wife, then we have a problem.
But what's next, right? There's really nothing left. Like, he's met the husband, he's got him on the same team, so they're wrestling together now. I mean, what other, like, I don't know. I don't know what else could possibly happen that would cause issues.
Yeah, that's all I got though.
Yeah.
They really didn't even end the episode on like really anything too for like a cliffhanger. It's just like they got it set up. So.
Yeah. So, like I said, the season is like pretty much 2/3 of the way done. I don't know how it's going to end, but I don't think there's any way it can kind of redeem itself for me.
Yeah, they have 4 episodes left, so we'll see.
Yeah. But yeah. So next up, ORESUKI. So again, baseball game. It's everywhere.
I think I asked that last week. Did anyone say like did anyone like make any predictions about like if that was gonna come up or not?
Yeah, I said it.
Okay. So who got the whatever?
I just assume when there's a new girl, baseball and the bench must be close by.
Yeah, we missed the bench this week, so.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no bench
for next week. Just don't hold up. It'll be there.
No, this episode is just really weird. Like just the whole setup.
Yeah.
Like everything is so suspicious and like sketchy. Like
it's getting to the point now where it's just like unnecessary drama, where it reminds me of gamers, and I'm just becoming sad.
I mean, the first arc was unnecessary drama too, but like at least it was enjoyable. This is just like.
Well, that drama would make more sense though. Yeah,
like I'm not excited for like the new characters at all.
Yeah, from the first season, the drama actually made sense. Like, there was plans in place, like all those things were happening, and by this point in the show, like that is all gone.
Yeah, they're kind of just grasping for straws at this point, I think.
Because like in the first part of the classroom, it's like the bitchy chick is like jealous, and then the crazy journalist chick is still there.
Yeah,
so it's like I thought we were done. Like I thought the journalist chick we were done with her. Yeah. The bitchy chick, it's like you've done nothing this whole show. Like, why are you here?
Dude, honestly, like I love my harems, but my god, dude, there's way too many girls like showing up now. Like like they're showing up, they're having girls show up that really don't even have backstories at this point.
Do anything? That's a thing.
Yep. But yeah. Then like there was also and there's a scene also in the episode as well where Pansy borrows one of her most precious books to him, and of course immediately loses it because of course he would.
Okay, that's one thing.
Childhood friend.
Yeah.
That's one thing. But then the 2 other girls show up who are you people? Like, why are you here?
Yeah, when I first
you you saw one guy in public having trouble and you decided to help him. Like,
sorry, man. Both those girls will be on the bench next episode.
Because they're in the OP, so you can tell they're important. But like,
are they?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
No, I mean, are they important?
I mean, they're relevant to the story. Like, they're gonna show up later.
I don't know. They made the bitch. Go ahead.
No, I'm pretty sure they're friends with Pansy. Like and all, like with the hints they're dropping. I
Like
think
they
they're
know
actually
the book and stuff. Yeah.
yeah. Like oh, I know a friend who like owns his book. Let me go ask him real quick.
Man, you know that this guy's gonna get his part-time job. He's gonna save up enough money, and the book's gonna be gone. That Pansy already bought it. Like I'm already good. Like that already like seems like
Dude, the
that's
whole
what's gonna
the whole
happen.
thing, like when she said she didn't mind, and he said he was gonna do it. I did not understand what was going on there. Like, what was the whole problem with like
because
him?
she doesn't care about the book.
Why was he so hung up on like buying the copy for her, even though she said it was fine?
Because he
It's
feels
the
guilty.
principal things. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
guilty. It's
Yeah,
the
but
principal
then-
things. Like
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
oh no, you go. You go, sir. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying for that. I mean, the whole thing is like who was saying with the principal, where he feels bad about it, and then her part is basically she doesn't give a shit about the book. She just wants to hang out with him.
That's all. Like, I was just so confused. Like, why is it such a big deal? That like just like she even said too. Like you only have to buy the book, just spend time with me. And he's just like, no, I don't want to. Like I want to.
Unnecessary
David.
drama.
It's like, why? Why are you making this such a big deal?
Yeah.
David, you got to read between the lines, David. She may say it's okay, but it's really not okay. They just say that to trap you in, right, Taylor? Girls don't always say what they mean.
I was actually just thinking of having Taylor chime into this too, for the women's perspective. Your thoughts?
I was happily playing The Sims, and I did miss this last part. What's going on? I'm sorry.
So we're currently watching an episode of the show where they reach it to a scene where this guy ends up getting a book borrowed to him by a love interest, and then he, of course, on the same day ruins the book. So the next day he goes to apologize to her and says like he's going to get a part-time job so he can save up money and buy her a new one. And then she was saying, "I don't care, just hang out with me after lunch and or after class. I can't remember, or both. No, after class. It would okay." And then that's fine. But he was just basically stuck and saying, "No, I'm going to pay you back." And then we were trying to get your thoughts on like this whole the whole situation, from his point of view, and then like what like in her side.
I think that if she says that it's fine and she just wants to hang out, he should probably listen to her. She probably really doesn't care.
There we go.
Well, okay. I was missing a lot of context, Jen. Like, you did a horrible job explaining that.
Oh,
Okay.
Wait.
Right, but Taylor, let's get this one thing straight, okay? Usually, girls don't say what they mean. So don't you usually have to read between the lines when a girl says something like, "Oh, I'm going to a store. Do you want anything?" And then the girl's like, "No, I don't want anything." And then you go to the store, you come back with literally nothing, and then she gets all pissed off at you, tell you to go back and get something.
No, I don't think that applies to this situation. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward situation. How old is she?
They're all
High school.
They're high school. Probably like 16, 17.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she just wants to hang out with the guy.
Yeah.
So like, I was saying that like why is he making this such a big deal about like replacing the book and spending all that money? Like that's what I was questioning. Like,
So who said? Oh,
Yeah, for him, it's the principal
Yeah.
things.
So
People who get that wrapped up into that kind of stuff. I mean, it's like she could maybe appreciate the effort, but she's not, or he's not listening to her and what she really wants. And I don't think that she would be.
that's what I was questioning. It's like, why is this such a big deal that like he has to replace the book? Like
pointless drama.
That's what I was questioning. So I don't know.
This is my opinion as a girl weighing in. It's already like the harder thing to admit that you just want to hang out. So I definitely can't imagine that she's like.
Oh no, Pansy's definitely been straightforward. She said exactly what she's wanted. Yep.
Glad I could help.
Thank you.
That basically proves my point. Then it's like, why this is just making a big deal out of nothing. So
yep, gamers all over again.
I mean, to be fair, gamers, the whole point of the show was misunderstandings. That's the comedy.
But they started they started grasping way too far.
In gamers?
Yeah, where it's just like where they were just like really making things that were like dramatic, which really didn't have to, or wasn't supposed to be dramatic, or extremely like where it's just like the misunderstanding was just like, come on, that's really hard to believe that it got that bad.
It's for the comedy. Here, it's just here. I didn't feel the comedy at all. It was just like it's just unnecessary. Like it.
Yeah.
Like it feels like just filler. Like that's funny. That's why I don't like for gamers. I thought it was fine because it was for the comedy. But here it's just like unnecessary filler.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm sorry. Going back like a ways with like the girls where like the bitchy girl where it's just like about talking about they were like actually they were important. Like she didn't really have that much of an arc, or like even really that much of a part. She just kind of like bitched at him at a water park, and then came back, changed, and then that was it. Like they really didn't do much more than like.
Well, no, that wasn't that. It was when like the newspaper chick, like when they all thought he was playing them, she called him out in front of like in the hallway, whatever.
Yeah.
That's like the only thing she did in the anime.
Yeah.
And then she couldn't recognize him in like the water park. That's why she asked him for advice.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like she had like I mean, it's still like in the big picture, like it's still like a minor part to what the other girls have had. And then like there's like that pink or red hair girl, and then like the blue hair girl. Like it's just two more people that they introduced, where it's like they obviously are somehow connected to Pansy.
Yep.
Because I don't think there's gonna be anybody really else into this book, and it's just, and then they already set it up like where, he's gonna get the part-time job. He's gonna get closer to, whatever her name is. I don't even know what
Tsubaki is her nickname.
Yeah. So she was not the childhood friend.
Yep, she was not.
No.
And then she's basically, for some reason, he just bought the entire damn shop out of business.
No, because that's like
He was
after
cheering
the
up,
baseball
he
game.
was cheering up Sunshine because he lost the baseball
That's
game.
a lot of GD food, man. If this guy's looking for a part-time job, you think he has food? You think he has money for that?
Bro,
Well,
it's the thought that matters.
The book was really expensive. That's the thing.
Man, thought is not going to pay for my food.
So like I think like stuff like buying the food, that's probably like his allowance money, but the book was probably something very expensive that his parents would not, give him money for. So
Okay, I can see that.
And then I'm going to assume that Pansy is actually super rich.
Oh god, yeah. There's no way.
probably, yeah.
But I don't know. Anyway, I think the show is kind of reaching its downfall. Like there's way too much things that they're.
I thought I did that the second arc.
Yeah, I really didn't like the second arc, but I mean, I didn't hate it though. I mean, the first arc was definitely better than the second one.
Right.
I mean, and of course, I'm always a fan of the beach episodes, so I was okay with it. And usually those episodes, though, I consider as OVA or / filler, and I just enjoy those. I consider those not even part of the show.
The one, so like I know like we don't have much, like we're not gonna expect much from this arc, but like just like the end where like when like she said like he was gonna pay her back, whatever. Like I have no idea what's going on with this character. Like if this is all an act again, or is she like has actually doing something else, or what? It's just
no,
really
I think she's actually being truthful and just wants to spend time with them. And I think she also thinks like feelings will be made with that other girl, or she already knows obviously that
it all
chick
seems
has
so
interest.
sketchy. Like just like the book and just like
Him, dude.
Yeah,
he's playing a
no. Just saying like just everything
okay.
is sketchy. Like how the book was just just destroyed when he left it, and then the girl was like the Tsubaki, just her being excited that Joro's gotta work with her. Like I don't know, just like everything seems so sketchy.
Yeah. So I'm gonna guess that it was actually those two girls that found it and they destroyed it, and that's
I think
why
that too. Yeah.
Or do you think Tsubaki destroyed it?
I think it's two girls because they were there when
Yeah.
they saw him like lose the book.
Okay, so there's finally planning is coming back now.
Right. And then with the whole like him and that skewer chick girl, I want to say that she either A really wants to be with the guy because he bought all of her stuff back at that baseball game, or like
He was a genuine nice guy back then, though.
right, but then or maybe because he bought all of her stock, something bad happened to her, and then now she's trying to like get revenge on him for some reason. So
I don't know if
because she had like kind of a sinister smile, right?
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. Like it's she's so sketchy. Like
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I can't see it just being excited just to help him out. It just feels so sketchy.
Honestly, man, I felt so like I'm just so disappointed in Joro. Like I was so excited for this character. Like the first arc, I was like, dude, this guy is the shit.
He just become like the generic rom-com.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He knows everyone is in love with him. He still doesn't do anything.
Yeah. He had like the nice guy act, but he was also like just like he was a complete asshole. He also was like planning things, and now that is all gone. He's just there's nothing really interesting about him.
Yeah, he just gave up, right?
Yeah, it's just it's I don't know.
Like he doesn't even have to try it. Like because the second arc he was like saying he was gonna plan to get his harem. He has it now. He doesn't do anything.
He still doesn't give a shit. Yeah.
So like.
Yeah, he legit has like girls have said like, hey, I'm interested in you, and he's just not going for it when his goal was to get somebody.
Yeah.
No, not just somebody, everybody.
Well, no.
He always wanted a girlfriend, but now he knows he has a harem, but he doesn't do it.
Well,
he has nothing stopping him. He has nothing stopping him too. Like
he had both those girls at the beginning. He's like, all right, whoever doesn't end up with his friend, he's just going to take the other one. And now it's just like, what's your plan now? What do you want?
But then like he was being cockblocked in the second arc by a newspaper chick, but now it's like he doesn't have that anymore.
No.
Like he has nothing stopping him.
Yeah.
So
But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, that's all I got. We'll see how this changes next week. So
Yeah, but I kind of I know David hates when I do this, but like comparing it back to like my Bunny Girl Senpai, I'm starting to hate these. I'm starting to hate these anime shows where they do it in different arcs, right? And then the first arc is really good, and it like hypes you up for the rest of the show, and then it just slowly goes downhill. Like I don't find it as enjoyable after the first arc anymore. Kind of like with Bunny Senpai.
I mean, at least Bunny Girl. The only one I didn't like was just the short haired chick that was I forgot what her thing was, but like I thought
she rolled a pencil for odds, and then she didn't like what the outcome was. She just restarted the day.
what the fuck?
something. I forgot what it was.
But is this anime?
I thought the Bunny Spy with the little sister was really good. So
for this show, like, do you think it's just going downhill, or do you think it's just falling off the edge of the cliff?
I mean, like,
I feel like it's going downhill.
I never had high expectations for a show, even with the first arc, because I read the manga. So
Runner.
Oh, really? Okay.
Only for that arc though. He didn't continue.
Oh.
So
yeah, I really like this first arc. It was I felt like it was really well put together.
I didn't really think much of it when I read the manga, but
I see. I'm just low standards
because it's in manga form, man.
No, I just have low standards according to David. So
no, I mean I think so too. Like it's basically just been. I mean, it was solid. They had a plan and then they just abandoned it. That's all it is. So.
Yeah, I wish they would have focused this show. I wish like Pansy would have been like the main girl, right? Like focus, have everything revolve around her, and
she kind of was for a bit, but
yeah,
right. Like she was kind of like the master planner, right?
Yeah,
but then now it's just like
yeah,
she's not even like relevant, honestly.
She could maybe redeem herself because I mean it's basically the whole thing. Like what is being planned right now.
But I suppose.
Sketchy shit, Joe. Anyway,
at least in Bunny Senpai, like at least like
that's fine, man. We're not talking about that show.
Make it Korean.
Get that out of here.
So.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I'm done.
All right. Yeah. That's it for ORESUKI. That's basically it for this week's episode.
Everything. Yeah.
Slowly getting through the season. So,
hopefully it's coming to an end though. Next season should be much shorter for us. So.
I don't know about much shorter because we still have like at least three shows to carry over from this season, depending on what continues. But
so that's 3 shows, and we're talking about like 8 this season.
There's at least like 2 interested next season, so we'll see.
10. So
plus Haikyuu. That's at least another one. So
I mean, if you're academia, Haikyuu will probably be the top 2 for next season for us.
Yeah,
Stratton, you're actually going to continue Haikyuu, Stratton?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish it.
You're gonna finish it? Okay.
Yeah.
Stratton, your initial thoughts on Haikyuu?
Oh boy, don't get me started. We'll say that for next time. Or next season.
No,
actually, all right,
I'll
talk about it next season.
Yeah, next season. Let's do it. I want Stratton to finish up season 1, 2, and 3, and then before we start the intro for Haikyuu season 4, I want Stratton to give us his thoughts.
I got some good stuff, people. Yeah, this isn't just like a cliffhanger for next week. You guys gotta wait like let's see, was it 2 months? No. Month and a half, something like that.
Just a month.
Just a month.
Yeah, a month and like a week or 5 weeks.
Yeah, or if the season ends before this, I mean, or no, sorry, I mean, like if the season ends and then we have like a week or so in advance, we can just talk about random stuff. Give our.
I don't know how they're gonna do it because there's been so many delays. So like.
Delays for what?
I'm sure there's still be like 1 or 2 episodes that are still gonna be airing.
Oh, that's fine.
But
it's whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how we transition to next season.
Do.
All right. Well, that's gonna be it for this week. Just wanna give shout out to thanks everyone for listening this week. Thanks to my panel for being on the show this week as well.
Anytime, man.
All right, and we'll see you all again next week. So have a good time. Have a good one. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.